It is one of those haunting crimes that scared the heck out of everybody. Two young co-eds kidnapped as they walked down the street across from UNM. One was murdered, but by some miracle, the other survived. Now, 3 decades later, that's what she's doing in a new book. Here's News 13's Amanda Goodman with why she's finally telling her story. Amanda?
Dick, the author is a friend of Colleen Bush, the woman who survived. They hope her story of survival then and now will inspire others to keep going no matter the circumstance.
She survived the unsurvivable as far as I'm concerned.
What Colleen Bush survived still haunts her every day. Her friend and author Joyce Nance details it all from Bush's point of view in her new book, Escaping the Arroyo.
She was stabbed with the intent to kill.
In 1981, Bush and her 19-year-old best friend Julie Jackson were kidnapped at knife point by Michael Guzman while walking home from the Frontier restaurant near UNM. He forced them into his car, then drove out to Tejedas Canyon, where he raped and murdered Jackson.
To her, it's as if it happened only yesterday.
Bush kicked her way out of Guzman's truck and ran, but she didn't get far. Guzman tracked her down, stabbing her 33 times, even slashing her throat 4 times as Bush fought back. She then played dead, and Guzman bought it.
She was able to crawl on her hands and knees up 2 steep slopes to first Highway 66 and then Highway 40, and then across 3 lanes of traffic.
Barely alive, Bush flagged down a driver for help, but that was not the end of her story. Instead, it was the beginning of a whole new one, and one of the main reasons Nance wanted to write the book, to share what happened to Bush and Jackson's families after the crime.
Every single bit of media that had taken place prior to 2011 anyways had all been about Michael Guzman, and there hadn't been anything about the victims.
Bush was a 20-year-old standout athlete, an honor student at the time. 31 years later, she still struggles daily with the physical and emotional damage Guzman caused her.
You're almost like someone that has to come out of the closet every time you meet somebody in terms of telling them this terrible thing happened to you.
Nance says Bush is hoping this book will answer some of the lingering questions people have about that horrible night.
I think it's a little bit of a freeing up because a lot of people were curious about what happened.
Nance says she wants people to appreciate her friend's sheer will to survive, then and now.
She is literally like an inspiration.
Colleen Bush eventually did get her diploma from UNM. She's still living in the Albuquerque area. Dick, back to you.
All right, Amanda, Michael Guzman was convicted in 1982 and he was sentenced to death, but that was later commuted to life by Governor Tony Anaya. Last November, he was almost beaten to death by other inmates. Guzman is still recovering from those injuries.